Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack show. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack show. Cowboy Jack, he wears a cowboy hat. He likes to count, talk about everything he knows. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's all go to the Cowboy Jack show.
Howdy cowboys and cowgirls, I'm Cowboy Jack, and today I'm really excited. Today we're here at the Houston Museum of Natural Science, and we're gonna explore the Dreher Exhibit. This exhibit is full of carvings from the Dreher family from Germany. This is really cool. So they take gemstones and they create all kinds of critters out of them with intricate designs and minute details that you would never expect to see carved out of stones. You guys wanna come check it out with me? Let's go. Wow. Now the carver that's still doing it today is actually a 5th generation artist. So his family's been doing this for 5 rounds before him. Look, these are all carved out of stone. Look at that big old frog. I really like this mouse standing on a leaf right here. He's really cool. Ooh, I see something really cool over here, guys. Look at that. That's a bat in flight. That was created in 2007. It's all carved out of quartz. Everywhere you look, we're absolutely surrounded by masterpieces. You gotta come over here. This is some of my favorite animals. Look at these 2 pigs. Those are so cool. Wow, that pig right there is actually carved out of what's called rose quartz. That is so cool. Over here they have some goldfish. Wow. Even more quartz carvings there. Look at the detail that they're able to put on those creations. That is just absolutely insane. Over here they've got some really cool, hey, I managed to find some farm animals here. Look at this. These are little chicks. And there's even a pelican, a rooster back there. I really like him. Another mouse, another pig, an otter. Wow. Oh, I see some really cool ones right here. Look at this chimpanzee. He's scratching his head. He's wondering, how did I become a chimpanzee out of a piece of rock? Well, a masterful artist took care of that for you, buddy. Look at these mice. They are so cool. That's kind of cool to see how it shapes up, right? So like this one right here that you see doesn't have the eyes on it is just kind of starting to take shape. And then even a little bit more to the right of that. But then there's the final product and it's got eyes on it, his little bitty hands. I can even see his fingernails on there. Wow, I see a starfish and a polar bear. That polar bear is also carved out of quartz. Now this polar bear was carved in 1998. That's a long time ago. Not quite as old as Cowboy Jack, but it's old. Wow, my head is spinning. All these different animals all around us, all carved out of precious gems. That is so cool. Look at this peacock right here. Wow, that is such an intricate and amazing design. Each feather was carved, the ribs on the feathers. I mean, it looks like we're looking at a real animal, but that's a piece of stone. Over here, they have a couple of more mice. These ones are called pair of mice on a leaf. And then we've got more mice, a really beautiful goldfish back there. Look at that big old silverback gorilla right there. And we've even got a snail down here. Ew, that snail looks slimy, doesn't he? And then a really big frog. Wow. We just keep looking around. Oh, look at this right here. This is a mallard duck. You guys look at it all the way around. That is so cool. and he's sitting on a really impressive gemstone. Even the mount on this one is really something unique to look at. And we couldn't miss this frog. I saw this frog from across the room. He's hanging out on a leaf just like a tree frog that we might see out in our backyard. But you won't find this guy in your backyard, or if you did, you'd be pretty lucky because this is a valuable piece of art. That's all carved out of stone gems. A whole bunch of monkeys monkeying around right there. Here we've got some animals you might see at the zoo, like the Houston Zoo. We're really close to the Houston Zoo today. So you've got an African elephant there, a gorilla, another gorilla, a hippopotamus, and even a rhinoceros. A rhino, look at that guy. He's got that big old horn. That is so cool. Oh, I see one of my really favorite animals from Australia. We have a whole lot of friends from down under. I really love Australia, so getting to see this one really makes me happy. That there is called a koala bear. Some folks call them drop bears, but their real name is koala bear. Wow, another snail. Look at the intricacies of that snail. All those ribs. I mean, it looks like he's sliding along that and leaving a snail slime trail behind him, but he's not because it's not a real snail. And then you know me, I have 6 puppy dogs of my own, so this really makes me happy. That's an English bulldog carved out of stone. Wow, cowboys and cowgirls, this Dreher exhibit is so incredible. I'm so glad we got to see all these carvings out of stone, all these really unique animals. But there is so much more to see. Come on, let's go check out some other things. I'm here with my friend Crystal today, and she's gonna show us some of these incredible critters they have. So what is this guy?
So this is called a prickly stick, and if you look at its legs, it has little, what would you call it?
It's got little pokies on it. Yeah.
Yes, so that can hold itself onto the branch.
Okay.
And if you look, so the main predator, the one that was going to eat them, are birds.
Oh.
So it's trying to protect itself. Look at the color.
Yeah.
He can camouflage himself.
Yeah.
She will drop her tail like that, and it looks like a leaf.
I was gonna say, even her arms right there look like leaves. That is so cool.
And if you look at their tail, do you see her tail right there?
Oh yeah. Ooh, she's hanging off now.
Her tail, and so it looks like a scorpion.
Oh, trying to.
So a bird would not want to eat a scorpion, would it?
No, not at all. That would sting their mouth.
There we go. Yes. She has little tiny wings, so she doesn't fly. And she eats vegetables, so she won't bite or she won't sting.
That is so cool. That is one of the most unique critters I've ever seen.
Yes, and she's from Australia. They live about a year.
Okay, another critter from down under. Wow.
There we go.
We have a lot of friends in Australia, and I just love learning about that continent.
Fantastic.
Wow, I see you've got a
Would you
lot
like
of.
to see some more?
Absolutely.
Okay. Some of these we can't take out.
I see a sign right there that says no touchy.
No touchy, yes.
So what is this guy? This is
Look at
unique.
this guy.
Wow.
This is a type of beetle. This is called a Hercules beetle. It's part of the rhinoceros type beetles family.
Okay.
Okay, you can see him there. He will fly, so we're going to kind of keep an eye on him.
Don't fly up at me, buddy.
He doesn't move a whole lot. Now you see his big claw right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's not used to sting or to catch anything. What it's used for is these beetles fight each other to see who's the boss.
Oh, okay.
So he will use this long neck thing.
I got it. That's kind of like the antlers on a deer.
Exactly.
They're trying to play the macho man game.
That's right.
This is so cool. It actually looks like a crab's claw.
It does. Now, they're very good. They can carry things in those claws up from 30 times to 100 times their weight.
Wow, that's impressive because he looks like he actually weighs a decent amount.
Yeah, and so they're like ants. Remember, you've probably seen ants that can carry large amounts?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with these beetles.
That is so cool.
Yep.
Wow. And it was called a Hercules beetle?
Yep.
A Hercules
like
beetle.
Hercules. the
Hercules,
strong
yeah,
man.
I like
Yes.
it. That is so cool.
Yes. Okay.
What's it like working at the bug zoo?
Oh, it's such fun. I really enjoy them. I've learned so much about the bugs and learning that how they help us in our environment.
That's what I like to learn, because a lot of things look
Yes.
creepy and crawly and kind of scary, but in all actuality, we don't have to interact with
We
them.
don't.
We just leave them alone, and
don't.
they're actually really good for our environment.
And this is probably one that we're familiar with, the tarantula, and we
Yeah.
think that that's a scary creature. But it will not go after you. It will sting you if you bother it a
Right.
lot, if you're in their habitat. But these will live up from 10 years as males or 30 years as a female. So
I had no idea a spider could live that long. That is so cool. And I've actually found these in the wild out in West Texas. We have we have a lot of big spiders here in Houston, right? But most of those are wolf spiders.
Yes.
These are so cool. Look, and he's got 8 arms and legs, just like every arachnid.
Yep.
But wow, he almost looks as big as a crab.
And you see it's kind of furry. So if it is threatened, it can kind of extend that hair and defend itself. Sort of like a porcupine can extend its needles like that. It's the same thing with the tarantula.
Well, I think he looks like he's doing a great job right where he's at.
And actually, this one, is a very friendly one. They take him out. He's used to people, being around.
I tell you what,
him.
Miss Crystal, I will
We're
take
not
your
gonna
word
do
for it.
that,
I trust you, and I know you're telling the truth. But
We're not gonna do
woo.
This one is this is a scorpion,
Oh wow,
but it looks different.
that is a different looking scorpion. He doesn't have that weird, scary looking tail.
Yep. So what does his tail look like?
It kind of looks like a bulb.
Yep. And what about this part at the very end?
Ooh, like an antenna.
Yep, it looks like an antenna, doesn't it? This one is called a whip scorpion because the back sort of looks like a whip, does it?
Yeah.
And again, it's a defensive type of thing. This guy will eat meat, will eat other insects, worms, that type of thing.
Ooh.
And they're actually using their whip more as a defensive.
Okay.
And he could sting you, but it won't kill you, but it might hurt.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, I don't want to find out either way. I like scorpions, and they're really cool and an important part of the environment. But like a lot of scary things, kind of like snakes.
Yeah.
There's good snakes. There's people say there's bad snakes. They're actually all really
They're
good
all-
snakes.
yes.
We just leave them alone and let them do their thing.
And these are from Madagascar.
Ooh, I've heard about these guys before.
The hissing cockroaches. There we go.
Wow, that's a big one. Those
You can
are really
see-
big.
And if you look at them very closely, there's little bugs on top of them. Do you see those? Can you see the little tiny bugs on top of them?
Ew, I do see some things moving
Yeah.
around on top
and
of them.
those actually help. They help the hissing cockroaches, and the cockroaches then transport them. So they kind of are helpful to each other.
Okay, kind of like a lamprey on a shark.
Yeah, yes. And you can touch one if you'd like to.
Well, I don't. Normally I wouldn't go touching cockroaches, but since you put it that way, maybe I'll just try. I'll just try.
Yeah, one finger on the outside. Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It feels just like a crab.
It does.
All right. Well, now I can say I touched a hissing cockroach.
Okay.
That's enough for me for today.
Probably didn't hear it hiss.
No, I don't need to hear it hiss.
It's hard to hear it hiss.
That was
They
so
will
cool.
eat just about anything.
Wow. Well, Miss Crystal, thank you so much for showing us these critters.
Thank you.
And you have all kinds of displays
yes,
of different critters here?
This is looking at how different. So we know that a butterfly goes from an egg to a caterpillar to a cocoon or pupa and then to an adult. So it goes through 4 different stages, meaning it has complete metamorphosis. It changes completely.
Yeah, just like in the book, the Hungry Caterpillar.
Exactly.
That
and
is so-
these you can see here goes from an egg to just like a small grasshopper.
And then to a big old
And
grasshopper.
so it's not going through that many stages.
Okay.
And then this one goes from an egg to a nymph, to to a cicada. Now you might be interested over there. These are bugs that are beneficial to us.
Okay.
So these
I'm always curious about bugs that are beneficial to us.
So all of these are ones that we need in our environment because they're going to help us balance, you know, our ecosystems. All of these are helpful. They may eat things like mosquitoes.
Ooh, those are important. Let's get more of those.
Really like to see those.
This right here, a honeybee. Now, we filmed with an actual professional beekeeper and we got to see inside the hives, and I know how important they are to us.
Yep.
And we need to do a lot to protect them because they're in danger right now.
Exactly.
But this giant hornet wasp,
I know.
you need to tell me how that's
I don't know
beneficial.
how that's helpful, but I know that it does help. They are beneficial.
That's like saying, I know poison ivy has a good
That's
place
right,
somewhere in the
but-
environment, but I wish we didn't have it.
I don't want to mess with it.
All right. Well, Miss
Okay.
Crystal, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was a
I'm
pleasure
glad
meeting you
could
today.
come.
All right, cowboys and cowgirls. Wow, what an adventure learning about all those bugs with Miss Crystal here at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. And like she said, their huge butterfly exhibit that you can kind of catch a peek of up there is going to be reopening in March, and I can't wait to get back here and see it. Maybe we could film that sometime so you guys can see it too. Anyways, what a cool time we've had. I hope you had a great time because I was smiling the whole time, even when I touched that cockroach. Time to go wash these hands. But until next time I see you,